Let me ask you something, and watch for the flinch. Where in your life do you make yourself smaller than you actually are? Where do you soften the win so it won't sound like bragging? Apologize before you've even said the thing. Shrink the dream down to a size that won't make anyone uncomfortable. We nearly all do it, and we almost never notice we're doing it. And here's the strange part. The urge to shrink tends to show up at the worst possible moment, right when we're about to be fully seen. Right at the brink of the thing we worked for. Tonight the sky has an opinion about that. The moon is a nearly full waxing gibbous now, July 27th, 2026, about 95% lit, glowing in Leo, just 2 nights from full. And she is not shrinking. She is not dimming herself to be polite. She is taking up her space in the sky, brighter every hour, on her way to completely full. This is your moon letter for not shrinking now. Let's open it. Look up tonight, and she's almost the whole thing. A fat, brilliant gibbous moon, 95% lit, just a hair's breadth of shadow left on one edge before she's completely full. And notice what she does with all that brightness. She takes up her space. She doesn't tuck herself behind a cloud, so she won't outshine the stars. She doesn't dim herself a little so the smaller lights won't feel bad. She doesn't wait until everyone's comfortable before she rises. She simply fills as much of the sky as she's grown to fill, and lets the whole night rearrange itself around her light. And here's the thing, nothing is diminished by her fullness. The stars are still there. The other lights still shine. Her taking up her full space doesn't cost the sky anything. It just gives the night more to see by. That's the quiet lesson tonight. Becoming full is not the same as taking something from others. You are allowed to occupy the whole space you've grown into. The moon has never once apologized for being bright, and the sky has never been worse for it. The energy tonight is Leo at its most tender and its most misunderstood. Because Leo is the sign of the radiant self, the part of us that is meant to shine, to be seen, to take up warm space in the world. And yet for so many of us, that is precisely the part we learn to hide. Somewhere along the way we absorbed a rule. Don't be too much. Don't stand out. Don't take up space. Don't need to be seen. And so the very brightness Leo wants to express becomes the thing we anxiously manage and dim. But notice the timing tonight, a near full Leo moon, 2 nights from her peak. The sky is not asking you to perform or show off. Leo's real invitation is softer and braver than that, to stop actively making yourself smaller than you are. There's a difference between arrogance and simply taking up the space you legitimately fill, and most of us who worry about the first are actually guilty of the second. We underoccupy our own lives. Tonight the Leo moon says, you don't have to shrink to be safe, and you don't have to earn the right to be as bright as you already are. In human design, the sun is in gate 31, the gate of influence and leadership, and tonight it's the 3rd line, the line of trial and adjustment. And this matters, because the 3rd line takes the pressure off in exactly the right way. It says, you don't have to take up your space perfectly. You just have to stop refusing to take it up at all. The 3rd line learns by doing, by trying, by getting it a little wrong and adjusting, so leadership, influence, being seen, all of it is allowed to be clumsy at first. That's important tonight because a big reason we shrink is the fear of doing it imperfectly. We think if we're going to take up space, be visible, be full, we have to do it flawlessly, and since we can't guarantee that, we choose to stay small instead. Gate 31, 3rd line, dismantles that. You are allowed to take up your space and be a little awkward about it. You're allowed to speak the fuller sentence even if your voice shakes, to let the win be a win even if you blush, to be seen before you feel completely ready. The shrinking was never protecting you from failure. It was just keeping you from being fully here. So let's look honestly at why we dim ourselves right at the brink of being full, because the timing really is that specific and that cruel. When we're far from the thing, shrinking is easy and invisible. There's nothing bright to hide yet. But as we approach fullness, as the work starts to pay off, as we're about to be seen, as the light in us gets undeniable. That's exactly when the urge to make ourselves smaller comes roaring in. Because almost full means almost seen, and being seen is the oldest fear there is. There's a specific voice that shows up here and you'll recognize it. Who do you think you are? Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't want it too openly. Don't let them see how much this matters. And under that voice is an even older rule, learned young. Being too much is dangerous. Somewhere, at some point, taking up space got you hurt. You were called show-off, or too loud, or too sensitive, or too ambitious, and a small part of you concluded that safety lives in staying small. So now, right when your light is nearly full, that old protective reflex fires. Dim it, soften it, apologize for it, shrink it back down to a size that never drew fire. And notice, it disguises itself as humility, as modesty, as being considerate. But real humility isn't making yourself smaller than you are. That's not humility. It's fear wearing humility's coat. And it activates most strongly at exactly the moment you're about to become fully, brightly yourself. Now here's the belief we have to take apart, because it's the one that keeps the shrinking feeling noble. The idea that making yourself smaller somehow helps other people. It doesn't. It never has. This is the quiet lie at the center of playing small, that by dimming your light, you leave more room for others, you spare them discomfort. You're being generous. But think about it honestly for a second. Has your smallness ever actually made another person bigger? Has hiding your gift ever handed someone else theirs? Has shrinking your joy, your success, your fullness ever genuinely comforted anyone? Or did it just mean there was less light in the room for everyone, including you? A dimmed lamp doesn't make the other lamps shine brighter. It just makes the whole room darker. And the people who actually love you, the ones who are truly for you, do not want the smaller version of you. They're not more comfortable when you're diminished, they're just getting less of the person they care about. The only people served by your shrinking are the ones who were threatened by your fullness, and those were never your people to begin with. So the whole moral logic collapses. Taking up your space is not selfish. Shrinking is not generous. Your fullness doesn't dim anyone, it gives them more to see by, and it silently gives them permission to stop shrinking too. The bravest, most generous thing you can do is often simply to be as bright as you actually are, and let that be allowed. So how do you actually stop shrinking tonight in a way that's real and not just a pep talk? 3 small, concrete moves. First, catch the reflex. You can't stop a habit you can't see, and shrinking is so automatic it's nearly invisible, so just start noticing it. The preemptive apology before you share something. It's probably nothing that comes before your idea. The way you shrink the good news, or laugh off the compliment, or physically make yourself smaller in a room. Don't judge it. Just catch it happening. Awareness alone loosens its grip. Second, let one true thing be as big as it actually is. Pick something today, a win, a want, a feeling, an opinion, and instead of automatically shrinking it, let it be full size. Say the whole sentence, not the softened one. State the want without the disclaimer. Let the good thing be genuinely good, out loud, without immediately deflecting. It'll feel slightly dangerous, like you're taking up too much room. That feeling is not a warning, it's just the old rule protesting. And third, stop pre-shrinking for other people's comfort. So much of our smallness is anticipatory. We shrink before anyone even asks us to, managing an imagined discomfort that usually isn't even there. Try just once not doing that. Take the full breath. Finish the whole thought. Occupy your actual space in the conversation, the room, the day. And notice what the near full moon knows. The sky does not fall when you take up your space. Mostly, the people around you just quietly adjust, and some of them, watching you stop shrinking, finally feel allowed to stop too. Here is your ritual for not shrinking, and it's about letting yourself be as big as you truly are, just for tonight. When the evening settles, step outside and find her. The near full moon, 95% lit, taking up her enormous space in the sky without a flicker of apology. Watch her a moment and let her fill your whole field of vision. Let her remind you that fullness isn't arrogance. It's just what happens when something is allowed to become all of itself. Then bring to mind one place in your life where you've been making yourself smaller than you are. The dream you shrink when you describe it. The win you downplay. The need you pretend not to have. The room you enter apologizing. Name it honestly. Now, out loud, under that near full moon, say the fuller version. The one without the shrinking, without the disclaimer, without the preemptive apology. I want this. I did this and it was good. I take up space here, and that's allowed. Say it even if it feels too big in your mouth, because that too big feeling is exactly the muscle we're stretching tonight. And then just stand there, full size, under a nearly full moon, and let yourself be as bright as you actually are. Not tomorrow, when you feel ready. Tonight, exactly as you are. So, let this be the letter you keep from tonight. Don't shrink right when you're finally becoming full. The nearly full moon takes up her whole space in the sky and never once apologizes for her brightness, and the sky is not worse for it. It just has more to see by. The urge to make yourself smaller is loudest exactly at the brink of being seen, and it disguises itself as humility, as modesty, as kindness to others. But your smallness never made anyone bigger, and your fullness doesn't dim a soul. It gives the whole room more light and quietly frees the people watching to stop shrinking too. So catch the reflex. Say the fuller sentence. Take the whole breath. You do not have to earn the right to be as bright as you already are. You're 2 nights from full. This is not the moment to dim. This is the moment to let yourself be seen. Thank you for taking up your space tonight, even a little, even where it felt too big. A new letter from the sky arrives every single day, and tomorrow the moon reaches the very eve of full, so we'll talk about what the night before fullness is really for. Until then, catch the shrinking, take the full breath, and walk gently.